your phone locate trying to remind you about AI. Well, we'll be diving into the wild, weird, and wonderful ways. This is not just another boring fact show. This is the space of learning and you're part of it. Today, we were diving into something super relevant, how AI is transforming industrial engineering, from the classroom to real-world application. But wait, let's run it up with a little pantun in bahasa. Ke kampus pagi bawa bekal.
Cakep.
Duduk di kelas sambil mencatat.
Cakep.
AI datang bukan buat nakal,
Cakep.
tapi bantu belajar lebih cepat. So buckle up, grab up your coffee, milk tea, or leftover test stress, and let's get started. Okay, welcome to the Velocity Talk Show. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Angelina Pakpahan as your host today. Today, we want to talk about the role of technology in the learning process. First up, we've got Mr. Bill Christian Panjaitan, ST, PhD, lecturer at President University, has been teaching since 2016 and now brings AI into course like production system, industrial planning, and data analysis. Please welcome Mr. Bill! Okay, this is history background of Mr. Bill. Bachelor degree graduate from Gajah Mada University, Master degree graduate from Industrial Engineering at National University of Singapore, teaching since 2016 as lecturer at President University with a focus on production system, industrial planning, and data analysis. Several courses I currently teach have started incorporating AI as a learning aid, for example, forecasting production plan, analyzing quality data, and building simple production planning models using Excel AI, Power BI, or Python. Hi, Mr. Bill.
Hello. Hello everyone. Super glad to be here. To be excited to talk about something that's changing how we learn and work.
And the next student side of the spectrum, please welcome Maula, Aqiel, Nuri. Industrial engineering student in his third semester, he's here to share what it's like learning AI from the ground up. Okay, I want to read history background of Aqiel. Third semester student of industrial engineering in the President University. As a third semester student, my understanding of AI in industrial engineering or learning tools is not as complete as the expert, but I try to see it from the basic point of view that I have learned in the lecture. So far, I understand AI has great potential as a very powerful learning tool in industrial engineering. AI is not just a tool for automating routine tasks, but can help us understand patterns, predict outcomes, and identify areas of improvement that are often missed manually. What's up, Aqiel?
What's up, Aqiel? And hey everyone! Can't wait to learn and share from a student point of view.
I'm truly honored to be joined by two incredible guests today. Thank you both for taking the time to be here with us on this talk show. Now, on this special occasion, we're going to talk about a topic that has been trending in the world of education, especially among engineering students, the role of artificial intelligence AI in supporting the learning process. Many say AI is a game changer. It helps students understand material faster, analyze data more efficiently, and even assist in planning production strategy. But on the flip side, there are also concerns: is AI making students smarter or just more dependent? So into the talk show, we'll explore this together. Is AI truly a learning companion for engineering students, or could it secretly be harming their academic growth? Alright, Mr. Bill, start with you. In your opinion, how AI is being applied in the learning process for industrial engineering? To what extent can this technology truly help them understand the material and solve real-world engineering problems?
Thank you. To be honest, I am a bit skeptical about relying too much on AI in learning, especially industrial engineering. AI is useful, but I'm concerned that students might skip the thinking process and get dependent on the tools. Like engineering requires logic, system thinking, and strong fundamentals, things that AI can replace. I think for me, AI should stay as a supporting tool, not the main brain. That we still need students to build solid understanding before trusting machines to assist them.
That's a really great point, Mr. Bill. So AI isn't the enemy, but it's also not a shortcut, right? I totally agree. Sometimes the technology it's so advanced. We forgot that our ability to think critically is what set us apart from machine. If we hand everything over to AI, we might lose the true purpose of learning. But now, I'm curious what about from the student perspective. Does AI actually make you easier, or does it push you to learn more? Let's hear from Aqiel.
Personally, I support the use AI to learning, especially in industrial engineering. I think AI really helps students grasp concept faster, especially when it comes to data related tasks like productive planning, efficiency analysis, or quality control. It makes the process practical and insightful.
Thanks, Aqiel. Your answer really reflects the student mindset, curious, open, and excited about AI. But it's also interesting to compare it with Mr. Bill, which is more cautious and focused on fundamental. So we were saying to follow perspective here. One already playing AI is in a structured way, and the other still in the stage of discovery. Mr. Bill, if I may continue with you based on your experience, do you ever feel like students become too dependent on AI tools and forget to sharpen the basics?
Uh, yes, I have. Uh, this has become one of my biggest concerns in the classroom lately. Many students see AI is an instant solution to every task, which can be very dangerous in the context of education. Personally, I'm quite skeptical. I believe AI actually carries the risk of weakening students' thinking process. Like they become too dependent. For example, when using Excel AI, some students immediately ask for a prediction result without understanding how the formula works. I think that's not learning. They just copying that. I always emphasize if we don't understand the logic behind the result, we are not engineers. We are just passive users of technology. Yes, AI can assess, but if students are not trained to think independently from the beginning, then AI will only make their understanding shallow.
Oh, I like your opinion, Mr. Bill. Thank you. Your point is very sharp, and I think this is exactly what we need to reflect on together. In the mindset of all the excitement around technology, especially AI, we sometimes forget that the essence of learning isn't just about the final result, but about shaping the way we think, understanding logic, and sharpening our critical reasoning. Because no matter how smart the technology is, if humans lose the ability to think independently, that's not progress. That's a step backward. Would you agree, sir? Now, Aqiel, earlier you mentioned that you're still in the learn stage of learning about AI. But you already see in the potential to help with data analysis and the pattern recognition. As an industrial engineering student, how AI influenced the way you learned so far? Has it helped you better understand process, or does it sometimes feel confusing?
Yeah, to be honest, I am still in the early stage of understanding. AI sometimes it can even be overwhelming. There are so many features, and if I don't understand the basics, I could easily misinterpret the results. But that's exactly what makes me curious. I see AI as a learning tools that open up new perspective. For example, when I was learning about production planning, AI helped me recognize the data patterns. I probably would miss it on my own. That made me realize how important analysis is and how we need to take targets and just rely on tools. I'm very aware that AI isn't meant to replace learning. If I just follow what the tool says without understanding the logic behind it, I'm not really learning, I'm just clicking buttons. So I use AI to support my thinking process, not to replace it. For me, AI actually motivates me to learn more because every time I use it, I can where I understand material well and where I still need to grow.
Thank you, Mr. Bill. Your point is very sharp, and I think this is actually what we need to reflect on together. In the minds of the all excited around technology, especially AI, we sometimes forgot the essence of learning isn't just about the final result, but about shaping the way we think, understanding logic, and sharpening our critical reasoning. Because no matter how smart the technology is, if humans lose the ability to think independently, that's not progress. That's a step backward. Would you like to research? Now, Aqiel, earlier you mentioned that you are still in the earlier stage of learning about AI, but you already see its potential to help with data analysis and pattern recognition. As an industrial engineering student, how has AI influenced the way you learn so far? Has it helped you better understand process, or does it sometimes feel confusing?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm still in the early stage for understanding AI. Sometimes it can even be a bit overwhelming. There are so many features, and if I don't understand the basics, I could easily misinterpret the results. But that's exactly what makes me curious. I see AI learning tools that open up new perspective. For example, when I was learning about producing planning, AI helped me recognize data patterns. I probably would have missed it on my own. That made me realize how important analysis is and how we need to think through it, not just really on tools. I'm very aware that AI isn't meant to replace learning. If I just follow what the tools says without understanding the logic behind it, I'm not really learning, I'm just clicking buttons. So I use AI to support my thinking process, not to replace it. For me, AI actually motivates me to learn more because every time I use it, I can see where I understand the material well and where I still need to grow.
That was a great answer, Aqiel. I really like how you see AI not a shortcut, but as a tool to deepen your understanding. That's a very mature perspective, especially for someone still early in the academic journey. Respect. And what's really interesting today is that we see two strong yet different viewpoints. Mr. Bill, who takes counties and structure approach, reminding us the importance of learning and critical thinking, and Aqiel, who brings the spirit exploration of representing today's student, but with a clear awareness of responsibility in using AI. Now, let's move on to one of the most exciting parts of today's session, Q&A time! If you have any question, feel free to raise your hand. You can ask Mr. Bill, Aqiel, or even both of them if you like a balanced perspective. Alright? Who wants to go first? Don't be shy. This is your chance to dig deeper into the role of AI in engineering and education. Please raise your hand. Okay, you please stand up.
Okay, thank you. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Alifah and I am an engineering student. So, Mr. Bill, earlier you mentioned that AI can weaken students' ability to think critically. But on the other hand, today's job market clearly demands AI proficiency. So, in your view, how can we educate students to stay critical while also preparing them for teach-driven industries? Okay, thank you.
Wow, that's a great question. And honestly, it's one of the biggest challenges we face in education today. How to balance critical thinking with technology readiness. In my view, the key lines in balanced learning, AI is useful. Yes, but a strong foundation must come first. In my class, I don't start by teaching the AI tools. I start with the basic, logic, manual analysis, and problem solving. Only after that do I introduce AI so that students can clearly see how and why it adds value. I believe AI becomes far more powerful when used by someone who understands what they will analyzing. Our job as educator is not just to teach students how to use the tools, but to make sure they understand the thinking behind them. That way, they will not only be ready for the industry, but they also be thinkers, not just tool users.
Okay, thank you for the question, Alifah, and also thank you for your great answer, Mr. Bill. Okay, so next. Okay, you please stand up.
Thank you for the time. My name is Eve and I'm an engineering student too. So the question will be for Aqiel. You mentioned that AI helps you recognize patterns and understand data better. But as a student still learning, how do you make sure you're not just a passive user but actually understand the process behind it? Thank you.
Okay, that's a great point. And honestly, it's something I think about a lot. Since I'm still learning, it's easy to fall into the trap of relying too much on the tool and just trusting whatever result it gives. But I try to avoid that by always going back to the basics first. So before I use AI to analyze anything, I usually ask myself like, do I really understand what this data means? Or do I know what kind of result I expect before I click anything? Also, I try to use AI more like a learning companion, not a shortcut. For example, if AI gives me a result, I'll compare it with what I learned manually in class. If the two don't match, that's where the learning really happens. So for me, staying active in the process means using AI as a guide, not a crutch. It helps, but I still want to think for myself.
Okay, thank you for your answer, Aqiel, and I hope it can satisfy with the answer. Are there any questions? Please raise your hand.
Okay, you please stand up. Okay, my name is Nolita, and the question is for Aqiel and Mr. Bill. With AI becoming more common among students, where do you think we should draw the ethical line? For example, is it still fair to use AI to understand course material but consider cheating if it's used to complete assignment? Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question. I think that's a very important question. For me, the ethical line is drawn at intent and transparency. If we use AI to explore a concept or get additional explanation just like using a textbook or consulting, that's fair. It supports the learning process. But when AI is used to generate answers or wide-angle assessment without any real effort or understanding, that crosses into the honesty. Learning isn't just about submitting answers, it's about building the ability to think through the problems. If students skip the process, they are cheating themselves more than anyone else.
Okay, Aqiel.
I agree with Mr. Bill's arguments. Personally, I use AI when I am stuck or when I need help understanding something I couldn't grasp in class. It's like asking a digital tutor, but I also try to be honest with myself. If I use AI to do the whole task, I'm not really learning anything, and eventually, it also either in exam or in real work. So for me, the lines is clear. AI is okay for learning, but not replacing the bots.
Okay, both. Thank you for your answer. It's a great and I think both of our groups already have a chemistry, right?
Yes.
Okay, please have any question? Please raise your hand. Okay, you please stand up.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. All. My name is Syafiq, and I will asking to Aqiel. Have you ever gotten comfortable using AI to the point where you felt lazy to think on your own? And if so, how do you get yourself back on track and stay curious and motivated to learn independently? Thank you.
Yes, I've definitely felt that way before. AI is fast, it's convenient, and when you are tired or stuck, it's tempting to just let it do the for you. But after a while, I realized I wasn't really understanding. I was just finishing tasks, and that felt empty. So I started to change how I use AI. Now I treat it more like a second opinion instead of the main source. I still try to figure things out first on my own. Then I use AI to compare or clarify. And I remind myself in the real world, it's not about who can click the faces. It's about who can make sense of problems that keep me motivated to stay curious and keep learning even when it's hard.
Well, all the questions and answers are very good and motivating. I really hope that from this segment, the audience can also be motivated and have more open thinking. What an incredible discussion we have today. We have heard two powerful perspectives. Mr. Bill reminds us of the importance of thinking critically and mastering the basics before relying on technology. And Aqiel, who represents the voice shortcut. From this talk, we've seen that AI isn't the enemy, but it's also not a magic solution. It's a powerful tool only if we use it wisely and with strong human understanding behind it. Let this be a reminder for all of us educators and students. Unlike that, the future of education is about machine, but about how we grow as intern is technology-driven work. Big thanks to Mr. Bill and Aqiel for their valuable insight and to all of you being part of today's conversation. Until next time, stay curious, stay critical, and keep learning.